Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 3 between Liszek and Schwere Pansu Abtung here in the Steel Division 2 SDL League Season 10 Division 3 Playoffs. Let's dive right in. Alrighty here, so we're here on Shchedrin, and on the left, in the red, we have Liszek playing first DFL on Maverick Income. And on the right, in the blue, we have Schwere Pansu Abtung playing CIABG with the Maverick Income as well. So another Maverick Income mirror of these players playing all three games like this. If you haven't seen Game 1 or Game 2, make sure to go check those out. They're very exciting watches. Make sure to go see those. I'll try to put a link above here. And yeah, Shchedrin, fabulous map. Pretty even. One of the more even maps in the game, I feel like, where like both sides really do have a chance of winning. You know, I think red has an easier time up here in the north. There's more flags for it to grab, but it's very easy for blue to get to this flag too. So, you know, it can go either way. The town is pretty even Steven for all intents and purposes. Yeah, nothing's exactly symmetrical in this game, but this is one of the, I think, fairer maps. I'm always happy to play on this map. First DFL versus CIABG. Very interesting. Two Western Allied divisions. Sorry, everyone who hates the mirror matches, but hey, they happen. And both these divisions kind of... I would say almost kind of similar in their concept. You are generally they're generally more aggressive decks, and one spamming like hardcore spamming, while the other DFL is doing a lot more high quality stuff. So this should be very interesting. Both divisions very, very strong. We have a F5B1 Lightning recon right off the bat here from, I gotta get these names right, Liszek here. So it should definitely be interesting. Liszek with about 60 infantry and Schwere with about 80. But the point is the 80 out of Schwere are really crappy, technically low quality infantry versus the super high quality out of Liszek here in first DFL. So it should definitely be very interesting. But of course, then we have the insane amount of armor spam coming out of CIABG as well. Now the FFI Partisans will get in first because of the traction. So we'll see if those make any difference. Are those... I can't remember if these units are 5 or 10 points. Okay, so we got a Piat right there at the beginning. That technically, it doesn't pay itself off, actually. The Piats are more expensive. Partisans do, I think, catch another one. They do. There we go. So nice little kills there. And another one over here. So I think those were all Piats. So it looks like Schwere was also going through like a cheeky opener play. Oh, just kidding. There goes another one. And... oh, misses out that third one. These partisans up north getting crushed, but double M8 along with some howitzers, M3 guns here, really nice. Unfortunately, the M3 guns are out of range along with the heat shell of the howitzer. Now, there is also a 57 mil cannon there. A good counter. Not amazing, but a good counter. These are a mix of Cromwell 7s and Cromwell 6s and such, which means that the 7 has a lot of armor. That's going to be a tough nut to crack. The 6, easy enough. That goes down pretty easy. But the 7's going to be a kind of an issue, especially with... ooh, down goes the 105 to the HE howitzer here, which I believe is this... oh, it's the Cromwell 7 with... no, it's not. Excuse me. The Cromwell 6 with the lighter armor here. A lot of infantry up north here pushing in. Legionaries should do quite well, although the Zanisti, of course, do have a flamer. So, nope, no tanks are dead yet. We did see an M8 go down. 57 cannon moving slowly forward, but the MG42s are getting unlocked now. Spitfire, after the Spitfire recon, takes that down quite easily, so nice little kill there. But Schwere picking up a flag here. I mean, Liszek is very lightly deployed down here. I mean, very, very lightly deployed. See if that comes back to bite him. This combo is really kind of frustrating. Me personally, I think CIABG needs a bit of a nerf. I think it's a little too strong. Between all their infantry being like 15 points essentially, except for a few units being 20, and getting insane numbers to be able to spam out still, despite them only being 15 points, on top of just an absurd number of Cromwells, which are, quite frankly, pretty aggressively costed. Especially the 7s with the 120 millimeters of armor are pretty obnoxious because they don't die. Like, they just don't die very easily. Yeah, I think the division, there's no, like, significant weakness to this division, except your infantry not being super great at CQC, but we can see here they're doing just fine, even against 3-star Legionnaires. M10 coming in, this can definitely deal a little bit with these Cromwells, but against 3 of them, you're not going to be able to do much. And Spitfire shoots down another of those recon planes. I believe that was both Spitfire recons out now. So nice kills there. And now Liszek picking up a nice little flag down here. Currently at a 15-9, grabbing this flag, all these hill flags here. These tanks will change that. The M10, a good response again, but he's going to need more than one. Second one is coming. Oh, Char M5A1 Stewart going to go down here. Yep, not really the unit for that. Remember, these Maverick mirrors, these little points at the beginning can be huge. They're not inconsequential. It's kind of funny to see these two sides just kind of like staring off. The M3 half track is going to be the break here. That's going to be the decider. M10 right on the edge of this hill. See a 57 mil cannon coming in as well. Lightning back in to get a spot on what's going on. So you should see all 3 of these tanks. He knows what's going on here. M10 decides to go and rumble. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Yeah, that's gonna be tough for first DFL in this matchup because their armor does not match up well against this Cromwell spam. It really does. None of it's heavy enough to really beat the Cromwell spam. It's all lighter stuff. M3 does go down to the BIMP. With the M3 half track only having a 30 cal instead of a 50 cal, that's going to give the BIMP plenty of time to take out the other one. But again, he doesn't really have a response to this blob of tanks. Even if this cannon comes up over the hill, it's just going to get like insta-wrecked by the HE gun. I don't think Schwere knows how much advantage he has down here in the south. Partisan's getting caught out. Chalk's very strong CQC infantry. Converted gunner does get forced off. We still have the issue of all these tanks, and now the tanks are targeting some of these Legionnaires. Liszek's been very quick to retreat these. Despite the fact they're fanatical, it's not a huge deal if they get pinned down and then retreat. I'm not arguing with being cautious, just it seems a little fast sometimes. M10 gonna go for it again. Can't say I'm a fan of this. Not sure if he knows how close he got this. Yep, and there we go. Now at least he should get the first shot this time. Oh, and it misses. Oh. Now he does pop back out, so that's good. Nice little micro there. We do see a Crusader AA in to stop this lightning recon, which is allowing Liszek to do this maneuver. Because he sees it, he pops up, he shoots. Alright, so he actually gets the kill on this thing. I don't know when he got the first hit on it, but he got it. M10 does another damage, but now goes down. The problem is he only has 3 M10s. So he loses, he's lost 2 already. He's down to 1. The Sherman at close range should do just fine against these Cromwells. Cromwells will struggle a bit to pen even at closer range because of their lower caliber gun. Crusader has plenty of ammo, although the Lightning could run it out after a while, although it's smoking now. He wants to get that out. He needs to get that out. What's the agility on this thing? Not bad. Oh, down it goes. Flies into it. Kind of odd. On second Crusader A, and we see 2 25-pounders. Interesting to see Schwere put so much into like backline units right now. The first AA made sense. The second one, especially in the same location, feels a little aggressive. Oh no, he called some down here too. So he just called an all AA. The double 25-pounder, kind of surprising because there's not much in the way of like support weapons up here to go after. But it looks like he's just going to go after some infantry, and it's already kind of paying dividends. Currently back to a 12-12 with Liszek on the advantage here. Third M10 coming in, going to swing up and around, trying to get a shot on these. It's not so dangerous. The HE Cromwell's still around, though. Let's see if the 57 can do something here. Does take out the recon. That's huge. HE gets off, does a ton of damage. Char, though, can definitely kill this because it's the Cromwell 6 with only 70 millimeters of armor. But it does get out of range in time. Char, though, going to target that Crusader AA instead. That'd be a nice kill. The super obnoxious thing about these Crusader AAs is it takes 2 kits to kill them. It's really annoying. Second Lightning goes down. Yeah, I felt like that was just unnecessarily aggressive with his recon plane. Like, what did he desperately need to see here? Artillery is pinning down all his infantry. This is a really good use from Schwere to pin down these higher quality infantry so that his junk infantry can kind of like swarm them. And they're going down. Liszek not retreating. Kind of weird. See some Cromwells coming in now. Another Cromwell 7 going to be an issue again. The Sherman really can't kill that. The 57 mil cannon really can't either. especially at this range. Unless it gets a nice side shot here. It does get, it hits the Cromwell 5. He must have manually targeted. He did. Good call there. Oh, it misses though. Sherman going after the Cromwell 5 again, and that goes down. A whole bunch of infantry coming in. Kind of an odd place to call those in, to be honest with you. Will the Char re-target? It needs to. It needs to kill this 6 really bad. Ooh, the cannon goes down. Sherman's just going to be plinking against this Cromwell 7 forever. The Cromwell 7 at this range should technically pink too for a while. We do see double 60 mil, but they're really close, which means the 25 pounders can get them. It's got to be really careful. Let's look back to a 13-11 with the flag down south. And he's grabbing this flag on the hill. This infantry can't really stop him. The Fusiliers have a grenade, but it's a grenade and not a bazooka. And there's the pin from the 60 mils. Here comes the Bimps trying to get in. That would be a huge pile of surrenders there, especially the Zanisti, which is like his only really good infantry. The Motostrelki also quite strong, but he's bringing them both in A, which means he's got no more after this point. There's a Bofors in to defend against some air. We haven't seen any air yet, though, other than the recon planes that are already dead. The other thing is, too, these 15 freaking point infantry is 15 man. It's insane, and it's not even disheartened. And I have some issues with this division, I'm sure you can tell. I just find it does not support a very healthy or fun playstyle. One Motostrelki going down, another one going down. M10 finally in position. That can kill the Cromwell 7. This Cromwell 4... Nope, that's very killable by Sherman's already taken a pen, though. M10 coming around the corner looking for that Cromwell. I mean, the M10 can just take out the other Cromwell, too. There's nothing wrong with that. 60 mil's already dead from the 25 pounders. Yeah, that was a micro mistake there by Liszek. Another infantry down in the transport from the Char, I think? Yeah, from the Char M5A1. Very nice. Flak 41, 88 mil, though, in now. That's going to be a problem. Cromwell does go down to the M10. This Cromwell looks like it took a pen, although that might just be suppression. Flak should get its hit here, and it takes out the Char. M10... Oh, misses. Oh, the frustration. And the 88 does not miss. Neither will the Cromwell. Oh, and there goes all the M10s. AT-wise now, it's just the Hellcat. So if... I mean, or a close-range M3 howitzer, I guess. And this is my issue. I think the Cromwell 7s are way too cheap. 65 freaking points for 120 millimeters of armor is a little much. Especially when you get so many of them. That's the issue. Now, the 25 pounder going after, you don't see that often, goes down to the Char M501. Yeah, really close with these, really aggressive and getting punished for it. The Char could like come down here, but the 88 is defending. Liszek's still on a 13-11 with the flag down south and currently holding the hill. The issue for the Cromwells and stuff is they can't get too close. A lot of this infantry does have bazookas. We see Liszek bringing in a 155 mil artillery gun. So both players committing to some artillery. These are the last of the Zanisti. Let's see if they can get Zaniste. Let's see if they can get a note. Bimp is there. Will he notice? He does. He notices just in time. Bimp does take out the half-track, though. Catches these guys out. Legionnaires will absolutely chop these down. Doing a ton of damage. Once the Bimp goes down, though, Liszek not retreating it, which means he's going to lose his bazooka cover, which means his half-track will be free to do it at once. Not great. Char against the Cromwell again. Not good. And he's not manually targeting that freaking Cromwell 6, which continues to kill things. That's the other thing with this division, too. You get a billion 2K HE tanks, which is just so obnoxious. Here goes the Marauder now. Apologies. I will hold my CIABG hate back. I'll do my best. 88 blocking that Marauder. Yeah, kind of surprising. He knows there's AA up here. Like, he's seen it already. Like, 2 Crusaders. I think one of them died somehow. Not sure when, but one of the Crusaders did go down because he called in 2. And I only see 1 now. Oh, and the second one down here, well, the third, technically. Does get another burst. Will it kill the Marauder? Ooh, that would have been a big loss. 155 going after the 88. Good choice there. One good hit will basically kill it at this point now. 88 trying to move. But that 155 with the radio there, really accurate. Cromwell 6 finally goes down to the Char. And the other Cromwell did die. The 7 died. I guess he must have got a side shot or something. Legionnaire, ooh, getting pinned. Do get their grenade off, though. And the UK gunner goes down. Commandos Afrique, excuse me. Commandos Afrique get in here. They do have a bazooka, so they can take out that half-track. The Fanatical Legionnaires here, key. Bimp trying to move in as well, back to a 12-12. This has been very exciting. If you guys are enjoying this action, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more Steel Division 2 content, and consider checking out the Patreon down below. I really appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. Back to the action here. This char doing lots of damage to these infantry now. This is the only weakness, really, of CIABG, is your infantry out in the open. Now, the 88 does go down. The 155 already basically paying itself off. Very close to. I think maybe it did. I forget exactly how much a flak 88 costs. I can actually look over here. Let's see. 125. So it basically paid itself off already. So nice kill there. Although, Schwere calling in double 155s. That is a 250 point. Actually, I'm sorry. And a 182. Jesus. He called in almost 400 points of artillery. What the heck? And again, it's the fact that you can call this in and still have this much stuff on the front lines. Artillery now targeting some tanks. The Char M5A1 getting a side shot on the Firefly. Schwere, I don't know what he's doing with this tank. I can't even... Oh, he's targeting the Char. That's bad because he's letting the side armor totally open to this... Oh my goodness, the Stuart kills the Firefly. And the artillery takes out the Cromwell. Whoa! Motostrelki with their Piat actually take out the half-track. Sapper's forced out and heavily damaged. Commandos did take out the half-track. Another one's moving in, though. Legionnaires and Bimp moving in. Commandos have plenty of damage on their own, though. They have a machine gun and semi-automatic rifles. They're cutting down the Zenista. MG42 doing lots of damage over there. Gonna pin that down pretty quick. Sapper is moving in. 155 just carving up right now. Very impressed. Very impressed. Commandos need to fall back, though. They are not fanatical like their Legionnaire brothers. And Schwere missing out, really, on a flag. He probably could get up to this house easily and recapture this. Liszek currently on a 14-10. Both players in their Maverick income. MG42 taking it from the M10 right now. Oh, this is the Char M10. There's more. I forgot there's another card in the tank tab. Excuse me. So there are some more M10s to work with. They're not gone. So we have 155, 155, and a 182. All, I would assume, on counter battery. We have another 155 coming in. Yet the two 155s are, but the 182 going down south to force these infantry out of this and recapture that flag. Not a bad use there. The thing is, it's only going to take one good hit from this thing, and this artillery is going to be basically out. We'll see who can get the lucky hit first. Hellcat going after the Cromwell 4. Cannot finish it off, though. I don't know if it fired all its missiles. Can't really tell. You think it did? Huh. It didn't do enough suppression damage to make me think it fired all of them. Oh no, the 155s are not even aiming at that. It feels like this transport was meant to pick this up. Another 88 in. The Fusiliers did finally move forward. The Bimp was forced off. Char coming in, though. That's going to kind of stop the fun right away. Big booms. So Schwere on the attack now. Stuart, like, if he gets another grenade off, I highly doubt he misses a second time. And down it goes. Yeah, little micro miss there by Liszek. Marauder coming in. I think it should get through the Crusader A. I would think it would. It is definitely going to. There we go. Bomber coming in. Dropping the bombs. Just going to kill some Fusiliers. Not like the worst usage in the world. It's not like it dies or anything. So, oh, I forgot how big the bombs are on that Marauder. Delete those. Can the Stuart pen that? 70 mil. It can. Yeah, it can. The problem is the Char... Oh, he's going for it. Gets a side shot. The Char goes down in one hit. That's the problem. Yeah, the Char dies in one shot. So that's the issue with that engagement. Not that it can't kill the Cromwell. It's that the Cromwell insta-kills it. Double M10 coming in. Infantry being forced off. Liszek holding on by a thread here on the hill. 155s continue to fire. We do see some counter battery now. But only from one of the guns. Another 182 in. I feel like Schwere might be over-investing in artillery a bit here. Now, there's an argument, 100% an argument to be made here. The reason you invest a ton into Arty at this point is that the game is probably going to go long, right? It's Maverick on Maverick, which means here they're both going to hit C phase and they're both going to grind to a halt. And the difference here is that first CFL's units are still expensive. CIABG, though, all their troops are still dirt cheap. So in C phase, you still function pretty well, despite having low income. Now, you can't spam in masses anymore, but you can still get out a lot of troops. Here comes a plop promos. Oh my god. You just can't spam in pure mass anymore. But you still can get a lot of troops out. Unlike first CFL, oh, artillery doing some serious damage to these infantry. And these are big arty guns. These are not like small, dinky things like the 25-pounder from earlier. 155 taking a lot of damage. In terms of the arty war, Liszek's got no more to work with. He's got these two 155s, and that's it. When they die, Schwere really may well be able to use his artillery to crush this. Now, a good hit on the 182 here. Yeah, Bim's going to take a big one. Ouch. Bunch of infantry moving in down south, and other converted gunners. Again, they're not good, but there's not much here from Liszek. He is really not reinforced down here much at all. We do finally see some sappeurs coming in. Half-tracks holding off the infantry pretty well, which they're going to do because the infantry really don't have much AT other than the Motostrelki, which we already saw. And Liszek holding this hill is helping him out quite a bit. Once he kills this half-track with the Stuart, he will have this flag back. Motostrelki coming in. The 182 does go down, so one big artillery piece dead, and neither of Liszek's are. Now, this 155 is, of course, heavily damaged, but that ain't dead. It still fires with one unit. Half-track goes down. Liszek back to a 1410, still holding this flag in the town. Schwere being a little too passive down here. He has the overwhelming force. He could just overwhelm these troops. Half-track's going after the transport. Unfortunately for Liszek, the armor's been killed. A single Cromwell will... Oh, there's that single Cromwell. M10s, though, are here. The Stuart is going to die. Liszek being a little too lax with his chars. His Stuarts, specifically. 15-9, though, again for Liszek. 155 already pinned. He is going for the counter battery. Poor artillery placement by Schwere, though. Putting it right next to the road. That could cause major issues later. Cromwell takes its first pen from the M10s. Oh, now bouncing. That 120 mil armor doing what it does. He does need to kill the 7. It's the 7 that's the real issue. The chars are actually bouncing the Cromwells, though. These things are bad at range. They do not have good guns at range. They will pin this eventually. We get a loader knockout on the 7. They're on the run. Will it get away? Yeah, see, I digress. Infantry pushing in here for Liszek. Of course, they got to move through some open, like, yellow cover. The 7 does go down. Now the M10s can deal with the lighter armor, and down goes the that. So nice kill there. We have 4 tanks waiting, though. A big push could be incoming. Down south, the town fight is intensifying. Schwere finally on the move now. He waited so long, though. There's plenty more infantry. Hellcat cannot get through the Crusader wall there. Marauder, though, probably will. Yep, there it is. Big boomies on their way. Baba booey, baba booey. Unfortunately, though, he pins his own BIMP, which means he can't surrender these guys just yet. Sapper's moving in. I like the play. It's really kind of functioning like the AR 123 or whatever it is in 11th, where you go in, drop a big bomb, go surrender stuff. It's not even meant for killing. It's meant for pinning. All right, artillery war continues. Going after 2 different targets. The 25 is sucking up the counter battery. That's not good. He needs to be hitting this. He does have this one pinned. Half-track goes down to the commandos. So Schwere pushed off this hill. Very nice counter there by Liszek. 60 mil mortar now doing its work. Fabulous little weapons. The converted gunner's getting surrendered. Cromwell's going to be an issue, though, unless he can get in bazooka range, which he may here. Problem is they are very pinned. Nope, they do get spotted. 60 mil mortars forcing these infantry out of the woods. Both are going after the 25 pounder. A little odd. I'm assuming they're just on counter battery, so unfortunately they're just picking whatever target happened to fire. Schwere's trying to use his artillery and counter with them, so that means they're sometimes firing and sometimes not. Counter battery was just turned back on. Thing is, he only needs one good hit to kill this 25 pounder. It's a smaller crew. Not like the big guns that require at least 2 hits. That looks like a good shot. Nope. A little bit low. Half track goes down. 60 mils continue to harass these infantry. Stewart gonna get hit by the 94 mil. These are very dangerous. One char to M10 going down there already. Yeah, he's gonna need Artie to deal with this thing. This is very dangerous. The Marauder. Oh, okay. That would not be my gut reaction to an AA piece, is to send your bomber against it. Little weird. Yeah, he might lose this. This was kind of dumb. I don't know how to describe it. It was kind of dumb. And this Marauder is slow. It's smoking. Yeah, it's going to go down. Crusader will take it out. Yeah, that was wasteful. Not going to lie, that was pretty wasteful. 25 pounder still alive, though. This blob of armor still sitting here. We're now 5 minutes deep into C phase. We see a 17 pounder coming in. Kind of surprising, because he's already got the 88. So this was an odd choice, in my opinion. One arty piece down here now for Liszek. Lost one here, and he's only got the one left. Pushing into the town with chalks. Fusiliers continue to pour in. Like I said, especially with Schwere having all this artillery, I feel like at the moment he's advantaged. Yeah, he's definitely losing on flags big time. He's got to start getting more aggressive about getting some flags. But in terms of actual units on board, I like Schwere's position a lot more than I like Liszek's. Not that Liszek's in a bad spot. It's not that he's got a lot of infantry up north, and these are high-quality infantry. But his armor's really been broken down. He doesn't have a lot of counters to some of these units anymore. And again, this artillery, once it really starts getting rolling, kills off this 155, will be able to kill things with impunity at that point. Infantry spot out that 17 pounder that I still question why it was ever called in. Giving it a lot of damage. Legionnaires moving. Bimp needs to get in range of this Cromwell, which it can. If it hops into this building, it should be able to reach that. It might be just short. With the infantry pin now, it can definitely kill that. And that would be huge, killing off that tank there. Instead, he's sending in a Char Sherman. You do see more Mortistrelsi coming in. Were those in B phase? No, they were in A phase, so he really just sat on those that entire time. Wow. A long time to have those. I really thought he used them more aggressively earlier. Legionnaires will try to kill that half-track off. Gets off their TNT, kills the half-track, and hurts the Motostrelki, basically wipes him out instantly. So, a little over-aggressive there from Schwere. The Bimp did not kill the Cromwell. And that's now bullying his sappers. Artillery's still alive and actually scoring some hits here against the 182. Doesn't hurt it, but does pin it down. Half-track goes down to the M10. Infantry closing in on the Motostrelki. They have no chance. They're going to get wiped out. And again, here's the one weakness of CIABG is your infantry sucks. So, it can be really tough to win forests. You basically just have to pour troops in until you overwhelm them. Liszek is he's committed so little to the south. It's actually really impressive he's held so well. More commandos come in. These are great units. They're very strong. Toss on the recon and stuff, and they do it. Like 4 Thompsons, that's shredding. That's shredding at close range. I can't say this. Bojeva Hildika. Apologies. Another really good unit, though, with Molotovs and stuff. This is one of your only really good CQC units in this division, other than the Zenista. Crusader AA will carve through this infantry. That's one of its best usages, actually. It's just as like an anti-infantry unit up close. Because of its high health and, okay-ish armor, it can survive, like, PTRS strikes and things like that. Artillery did take some damage. 155 still rumbling, but these 155s are now targeting it back. He's going to need ammo if he wants this thing to keep firing. Oh, there it goes. And no more arty out of Liszek. So now it's up to Schwere to use his artillery effectively. He made a point to call in a crap ton of it, so he really needs to use it. The other thing is now Liszek's probably running out of armor. He doesn't have much left. He lost all the M10s in the AT tab. He's lost several M10s in the tank tab. All the Shermans are definitely called out at this point. And all the Stuarts are called out. So that means he's got no more armor. This Crusader AA proven to be an issue. The Cromwell is down. Char needs to move in to kill this thing, because otherwise this thing's going to absolutely eat alive all his infantry. Back to a 12-12, Schwere capturing that town flag. Yeah, the thing is now the hill's going to start to get eaten up by this artillery. Yeah, there it is. Basically, any concentrated defensive point now can just get artied out. But the thing is, Schwere's got a long way to go. He's got 20 minutes left to turn this game around and get back all those points. Sappo goes down. Legionnaires will win this one pretty easily. 94 mil is another... He doesn't really have an answer to this now. 60 mil that sneaks up here could get it, but that's about it. There's no more artillery. Obviously, your Air Force can't get close to that thing, especially with the Crusader help. I think Liszek needs to get aggressive again and push Schwere off at least one flag and get back on the tick here. I'm not sure he wins the long game. Finally, this tank blob starts moving. Wiping out some infantry there. Does he have? He does have an HE one here. 50 cal overwhelming the MG42. Will it take it out with the help of the M10? It will. Down goes one. M10 not in a position to sideshot any of these tanks yet. It could move forward and it'd be very safe to do that. This 57 cannon not in a great spot. This one is, but it's getting caught out by the MG42. But that's going to be wiped out pretty quickly here. Needs that for sure. Needs that dead so his 57 mils can sit comfortably and attack, but they will get artied soon enough. Infantry being overwhelmed by the piles of infantry still being called in. Like I said, CIABG can still play quite effectively in C-Phase Maverick. But back to a 14-10 now. Liszek grabbing both flags in the town. Sappo is moving in. Crusader was pushed back, and there's not much other armor. We do see a Cromwell 7 coming in, which is going to be an issue. The Char cannot kill that without getting side shots or something. Again, you can always kill it. It's just you got to work really hard. Chalk's getting caught out, not where you want it to be. 60 mil mortar going after the 17 pounder. Infantry have been forced off of every spot here. 57 mil goes down. Artillery doing what I said it would be, basically just breaking down every choke point of defense. Every defensive hardpoint will just get eaten alive by these massive guns. Oh yeah, that ain't good. Char versus Cromwell, usually pretty good, but at this really close range, especially, it's going to get a huge... Oh, just kidding. 17 pounder takes that out. Problem is the M10 pushes forward too far, the 94 mil will get it. M10 does spot something, though. It's the HE one of all of them. Actually, no, what's it doing? It's stuck. Okay, it's repositioning now. 50 mil running the A out of shells. I mean, viable. It's going to die before it gets them all, though. 57 mil tries to almost spot some tanks. Loses sight pretty quick. Now those Cromwells spotting out. What? Oh, this stuff here. Another charred M10 coming in. Here comes the Hellcat, though. These have pushed pretty far forward. The 88 is there, though. Will it be far enough forward? Actually, it's off the hill, so it may not get a good angle in time. One shot. Hellcat gets its shot off. Issue is, because of the AA, it missed pretty bad. So that did not do as much damage. Now, it damaged both of them, which means really it only should take one pen to finish them off. Hellcat does get out in time. Stewart's going to take a shot at it, I think. One Cromwell down to the bimp. The other one's about to go, and there it goes. Ooh, that was poor micro there by Schwere. He really can't suffer to lose these. Stewart goes down basically instantly. Schwere finally on a 13-11. First time in the game he's in the lead. Marauder coming in. Liszek again just being very aggressive with his air. He does not give a rip. MG42 in the traction coming through. This did get nerfed. I don't believe you can bring him in the traction anymore. Will the Marauder get off the bombs? It does, actually. I think it's going to die for its efforts, though. But Schwere picking up another flag. And his own bombs stopped the 57 from firing. It's now super suppressed, which means it'll probably miss. Yep, everything. Cromwell 6 going to roll up on this thing. 57 mil desperately trying to reposition and aim. Will it get its shot off? No, it does! Or the M10 did. Something killed it. But the 57 mil was surrendered. And I think that's all of them. He only had 4. And we've seen several die. I'm not counting every unit, so I'm not sure. Some nice kills there, though. Spitfire, I was going to say, is it trying to suck up ammo? Because it's not a terrible idea. 88 does not have infinity ammo, for sure. Daimler finding the 60 mil. M10 trying to move in to save it. Still a 17-pounder here. M10 finding the Daimler, takes it down. Nice kill there. 60 mil barely alive. Beaufort's taking some damage. Churchill 7 now. This thing has a lot of armor, doesn't it? Yeah. M10 cannot kill that. Makes it out without getting penned. Pretty lucky there. Yeah, the Churchills are going to be a problem, but the thing is, Liszek's still at a 12-12, and there's now only 15 minutes left. Half-track goes down. Bedford goes down, though. Converted Gunner's getting wiped out here by the Legionnaires. And another one going down to the Legionnaires. Yeah, a little too aggressive here. His infantry are going to get wiped, and then they're going to get surrendered. Yep. Yes, M10 going to go down here. Liszek being a little bit too loose with his remaining armor here. Oh, wow. It's getting very, very lucky. Wow. Nope, it does go down. He is punished for his super... Okay, another one coming up. Because why not? The thing is, he can't even kill the Churchill. I don't think he's getting a side shot here. Oh, and it's dead already. Yeah, this is the wrong play here. Out of their M10 will die unless he runs. And he is now running, but I don't think he's going to get away. No. That might have been the last of his M10s. Again, haven't been counting, but he only had 6 to start, and we've seen a lot of them die. Commandos Afrique, even against like a way bigger squad, are chopping through these FFOs. More Fusiliers coming, though. He can call them in piles, because they're only 15 points. Howitzer going after the 17-pounder? Yes. Yeah, these howitzers are basically it. Like, this is his AT at this point. What does it pen? 130. It's a nice penetration, but not for killing a Churchill with 150 mils of armor. All right, Cromwell 7 and Churchill going for it. Unfortunately, the howitzer is on attack move, which means it's going to target that Churchill. Oh, another Cromwell 8. Is this 8 now? I get all the freaking numbers. Yeah, it's another freaking HE tank. Down it goes. We have 13 minutes left. A long way to go. But infantry just pouring in still. The RD has fallen mostly silent, and this is a major mistake by Schwere. This was his ticket to winning. He spent all these points, countered Liszek's artillery successfully, and now they're not doing anything. He could have easily hit this tree line. He could hit these 2 blobs of trees. I mean, he's using his 25-pounder, but he's not using the big guns. 88 took a little damage from the 60 mil, I assume. I have to imagine Liszek doesn't have that much left. He didn't build his deck deep at all. He's out of AT. He's got AA. He's out of artillery, other than maybe a 60 mil or 2. He's called in most of his planes. Both Marauders have come in. We've seen at least 1 Hellcat, maybe 2, not sure. We've seen most of the recon assets. We've seen a lot of it. Yeah, he's definitely running on empty here. While I think I'm pretty sure Schwere still has probably a couple Cromwells left. Definitely infantry. Here comes the Hellcats, though. We get one clean shot off. Does kill the Churchill 7. That's a nice kill. Might lose one of his Hellcats, though, and that'd be pretty bad. This is all he's got left. AT-wise. Will this last shot do the job? It will not. Legionnaires doing what they do. Triple star just eating these converted RAF alive, and they should. This is what you pay for when you get this sort of unit. This is what you get when you pay only 15 points for a unit. But Schwere making another push in the town. Back to a 14-10, but he's only got 12 minutes left, and I don't think he needs at least a double tick. But his infantry are just getting absolutely massacred by these French units. Legionnaires running out of rifle ammo. Cromwell 8 still alive here, finding, oh, the 60mm mortar. There's like nothing to stop these tanks other than infantry with a bazooka. Cromwell 7 again is going to be an issue other than for the sappers with the bazooka. Not much can kill it. Artillery finally coming back online. This is what he should have done originally. He could have lost no units there. Something was killed here. I think the Bofors. 60mm on the run. It's not going to make it, though. Liszek holding on by a thread. I mean, any moment this could all collapse from him. You can see how few troops he has, how many Schwere still has. And it's not because Schwere's been trading really efficiently. It's because everything in his deck is dirt cheap. Spitfire coming into ground strafe. Finds the RAF, but he's going to lose the Spitfire for that. At least I think he should. Yeah, he will. Yep, down it goes. Bimp in this position, though, basically stops any tanks. My goodness gracious. Another pile of 4 converted gunner RAF. I mean, I feel like they need, if anything, at least an availability nerf. Like, good lord. Getting 24 of these on a card in B phase is a little insane. And then to get, what? 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that do that? It's supposed to be a limited infantry tab, but then you get more infantry than most infantry divisions get. Cromwell 6, this Char can definitely deal with that. This is the HE, yep. Legionnaires very ballsily walking down the road. Char moving in. We'll spot that out. I don't know how damaged it is, though. Cromwell 6 has no heat shell, so this is all has to be HE damage. Yep, down the 6 goes. Legionnaires still doing what they do, wiping out Fusiliers left and right. And now, though, Schwere pushing in to try to find his flags. Liszek still holding a commanding lead, and there are now only about 8 minutes left. And this is not enough time for him to flip this. He needs to get a double tick. He's right on the edge in the town, but he just can't get through this elite infantry. There we go. Now he's got the right idea. Bringing in artillery. There's nothing the infantry can do about that. We see M3 guns coming in. These are little dinky 37 mils. Hellcat gets a nice running, kills the Cromwell 8. Really nice, but Cromwell 8 takes an infantry with him. Churchill out of position. It's not even covering the road for real right now. Liszek grabbing back another flag. He is just determined to hold on to this. Legionnaire finally goes down. His center class, he's got 1 infantry each here holding. 50 cal coming in. I'm not even sure a double tick gets you there at this point. I think Schwere needs an entire, like, triple tick line collapse. But there are more things coming in. They just need to hold the ground. Like, it's not even about actually, you know, like, doing anything at this point. 1 BIMP versus many converted RA, although the other one's got stuck on the hill. So it's only 2. The BIMP will probably win. Churchill 7 just slow as slow can be. 50 cal versus Vickers. 50 cal usually wins this easy, but it's out of cover, and we talked many, many times about how that matters. Another howitzer. We do have some of those left. A commando coming in as well. RAF getting forced off. The commando probably moving in to try to supply some more sneaky bazooka work. But the Churchill 7 now in position to cut off the road. Only 13-11 here for Schwere. Sherman can't kill that 7 unless get some side shot. There's the Artie. That's what needed to be happening for a long time. 14-10 now. Churchill 7. Spotting out. Oh, the M3 gun. It does get a transport, so I mean, I don't think that's a clean trade. Let's see, 30 points. No, it's not, but it's still something. 50 cal now spotting the Vickers out of range, which is nice for it. This one Legionnaire holding the line. Artillery finally forces this flag back into Schwere's hands. But now it's only 6 minutes left. Liszek just holding on for dear freaking life here. Schwere just throwing piles of these infantry at things. Artillery out of ammo. And I think he's having a hard time using the points to bring in ammo. He may not have any more. How much did he have? Schwere brought in like no ammo. He brought it in with nothing? We definitely saw ammo, so I don't know where it is. Huh. I mean, he brought it in at least one unit. I think he brought it in on his original 155 mil artillery, I think came in with ammo, but there's one of them, yeah. Marauder does get his bombs off, does a ton of damage to the hill here, wiping out those infantry. Bim continues to holding off the RAF. Double howitzer on the hill here. Hellcat coming in for another hit on the Churchill 7. Flak 88 out of ammo. Hellcat can't get the job done, though. Beaufort's caught out by the Vickers. Vickers now over here caught out by the Legionnaires. Still 13-11 for Schwere only. Because now Liszek's grabbing this flag randomly in the town. Now here's the... Oh, nope, there it goes again. He had the 59, and now it's gone. 50 cal will win this Vickers fight. Once these Vickers are dead, this flag will go back into Liszek's hands. Yep, grabbing this flag in the town. Schwere just can't find the flags. Liszek just so skillfully keeping him off of these by inches. Hellcat finds the Churchill. Still can't kill it. Good God. Flag back in Liszek's hands. Vickers goes down. I think Schwere's out of stuff too, finally. Calling in Vickers everywhere. Bim goes down. Legionnaires will get spotted here. He's got to move somewhere safer, although I don't know if there is somewhere safer. But there is only 4 minutes left. I'm not even sure with a triple tick you can close this gap in the time it has. And getting a triple tick will take time. And that's something Schwere just does not have at this point. $15-9. Yeah, with only 3 minutes left. Still a pretty strong contingent of troops here on the hill, so he won't get that flag anytime soon. He cannot force himself into this town. Legionnaires might even get in here too. Howitzer crushing infantry on the hill. Town still has enough infantry to hold off the chaff of garbage. Back to a 14-10. My goodness gracious. I can feel Schwere's frustration here. But the thing is, I think Liszek outplayed him here. I really do. Infantry finally overwhelming the elite French. But the howitzer doing what it does. Will that heat shell land? It technically did, but it unloaded at the last second. Crusader A finally coming in, clearing this out. 15-9, only 2 minutes left, though. Howitzer's pushing forward again. Liszek just looking for any way to hold ground at this point. He doesn't care how or where. He's just holding the ground. Cromwell 7 finally goes down to the BIMP. Nice kill there. Schwere, of course, forced to use his armor really aggressively. 16-8. Still only a double tick, though. Hellcat coming in again, looking for the finishing blow on the Churchill zone. Loses sight, changes over to the Cromwell 8 to defend this flag. There is the 94 mil here, though. But it's on the side of a hill, and it can't get sight. It does. Ooh, one hit. Throws it off. Good hit. Only 1 minute left. I believe that's going to be curtains here for Schwere. Even once this 105 goes down, this flag, I mean, it'll finally put him on the triple tick, but it's too late, I think. Heat Shell actually takes out the Cromwell 8 there. Churchill 7 should be invincible to these. Hellcat, though, not invincible to that. And finally, the Churchill 7 goes down. Legionnaire's catching out this support guns here. Really nice little cheeky play there. They were completely surrounded. What a match from these two players. Again, guys, if you're still here, make sure you check it. Well, I mean, if you're still here, you probably watched game 1 and 2, truth be told. But you're a champ for still being here. Thank you very much for watching. The triple tick finally achieved, but too little, too late. Liszek grabbing a clutch win here. Really impressive play. And this game is over. There it is. 50 minutes. And the trades are really close. Schwere actually out-traded Liszek there. Kind of surprised because, I mean, again, it's just like so much. When we look at the KDs here, you'll see a massive list for Liszek. Yeah, look at this. Look at all of it. It's just, there's not even any point to going through because most of it's just Cromwells and FFO Fusiliers and converted gunners. And on the other side, I mean, he actually got a lot of kills here. Picking up a lot of infantry there. All that armor. Yeah, but that was it, actually. Oh, no, there's another blob of lots of stuff. Yeah, I don't think Schwere used his artillery well enough. That was a big error on his part. Or he just didn't pack enough supply. Yeah, he did not leverage his hard-fought artillery advantage. And that punished him very badly. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.